Hello? Hello? Uh, I wanted to record a message for you to help you get settled in on your first night. Let's see. First, there's an introductory greeting from the company that I'm supposed to read. It's kind of a legal thing, you know. Um, Welcome to the Boundless Shores, a magical place for drunkards and dumbasses alike, where fantasy and fun come to life. The dungeon master is not responsible for damage due to trauma or loss of brain cells. Upon discovery of damage or death has occurred, a missing person report will be filled within 90 days or as soon as property and dice have been thoroughly cleansed and bleached, and the carpets have been replaced. Blah, blah, blah. Now, I know that sounds bad. I know. But there's really nothing to worry about. The player characters here do get a bit quirky at night. But do I blame them? No. If I were forced to listen to the dungeon master and I never got a level up, I'd probably be a bit irritable at night too. So remember, these characters hold a special place in the hearts of children, and we need to show them a little respect, right? Okay. So just to be aware, the characters do tend to get derailed a bit. Uh, they're left in some kind of free roaming mode at night. Something about their servos locking up if they get turned off for too long. They used to be allowed to walk around during the day too, but then there was the episode of '87. Yeah, that was the punchline. Fuck. Yeah, it's amazing what the human body can live without a brain.
We managed this
Sorry, that
slow
was a
with that
really
one.
long-winded fucking.
I think that's our
Hey, I can't
longest
believe
intro.
So did you just take
Also,
the speech
don't
and then
forget
just
to
like
listen
edit the
to-
words you needed to? Yeah.
Yep.
Did.
no, he clearly did that off the top of his head, no script needed.
No, I knew
Oh
he had
yeah,
the
no, I wasn't
script. I was just
staring at
wondering
my
if he was
screen.
just like doing his best, or if he just like fully pulled up the script and then like wrote like a modified version of it, or if he was just like
I did.
doing what he remembered.
No question, did you
I
do that
paraphrased it a little bit.
because
I cut out a little bit.
did you do that because there's been a bunch of ads for FNAF 2 popping around?
I think that might just be you. I have not seen any ads for FNAF 2.
Either.
I haven't seen any either.
Really? I
Yeah,
can
no.
get a bunch of like stuff about people talking about FNAF 2.
Yeah, just you, buddy.
Google is targeting you.
Clearly. Well, considering I keep
I
getting
was
stupid
super into
Buckley
it.
ads now.
That's funny.
Out here,
I got that
corporate
too.
overlords.
I haven't gotten any, but I
Taste
did
left
just look up.
awful, but it works.
I did just look up Buckley's to figure out the lore behind the guy who made it, just to see if it was interesting. I didn't actually look at it yet, but so I might start getting Buckley's ads. If I get a Fisherman's Friends ad, I'm immediately just get out of here.
Oh yeah, fucking
Hall,
Peppermint
what the
Friends.
fuck is a Halls? Give me a Buckley's.
No, I love Halls. Don't
No, I
show Halls.
definitely actually prefer Halls, but
Yeah.
I also just don't like Halls.
Anyways,
We need
Already
a bard with an
derailed and
Alphorn
we've
who-
barely started.
We need a bard
Yeah.
with an Alphorn that calls out Ricola as verbal components.
Ricola.
Nicola.
Can somebody that knows Discord please make that one of our sound cues?
I can find it.
Thank you.
Yes. Anyway,
Thanks,
sorry.
editor.
Welcome to the 87th episode of the Boundless Shores.
Oh, I
I'm
didn't
your
realize
host.
that this
These
was
are
the
the
87th
dumbasses.
episode. I thought we were on like 89
Yeah.
or something. I didn't realize that's why you did it.
That was
No,
the
that
punchline.
was the whole gimmick.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
yeah, that was the whole punchline. Yeah. Well, that was fun. Last episode, we cured a disease. We met Stryker, who's running a resistance of Paylor. Because Volnar's, influencing the bad people. Sorry, I don't have the energy to do a boo. I don't have the energy to do a recap right now. So we're just gonna get right into it. Chris is right there.
I'd like
the
you to
Adagaul. Go on.
Instead of the southern accent, I'd now like you to strictly speak as Volnar with a Trump impression.
Yes.
No.
They told me I was the best god. No other god is as good as me. I will take back the realms from these pansies.
Oh my god.
I hope pansies isn't like a slur or anything. I've just heard it as a thing. I don't know what it actually means, so hopefully I'm not offending it.
I don't know.
You got
don't
that
think
from King
so.
Julian in Madagascar, so it's fine.
And we
Boys,
broke
Shut
Wes.
up.
Electric cowboy
Shut up.
situation.
Time to play some D&D. The other now, we awaken in the New Orleans City Resistance of Palor's hideout, high above um, the Gaslight District, almost attached to the floor of the Skylight District above. You guys are in a room. There was a semicircle of chairs in the room, and like kind of a more central, like higher chair where Stryker had previously sat, and there's windows that line the walls that look down onto the scattered, dully lit streets, um, webs spread out, being dully lit by a candle. You guys moved the chairs aside and pulled out your sleeping pads and have found where you have slept during the night. Last night, Yonatan, who is now gone, had not Yonatan's not gone. Nate's gone. Sorry. Yonatan had what is it called? Meditated, and found peace within his inner fire. As all of you had drifted off to sleep, we awaken. The light has not changed much, except for the very cheap flickering electric lights above are turned up brighter during the morning hours, as they kind of sputter and spark as you guys blink awake. Who wants to awaken first? Boom, 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 boom.
I've gone up to do some small workout. Being down here is kind of messing with Calduit a little bit with how dark it always is because he's not used to it, and he's also had to spend 400 years in darkness. So he's trying to work off some nervous energy right now.
Could you do me a favor
No.
and and roll me I don't know, man. What's like insight on yourself? Sense motive on yourself? I don't fucking know. I don't know. What's a good role to look within yourself?
You must look in yourself to save yourself
Insight
from
check.
your underself.
From yourself.
Yeah, maybe like
Roll an
sense
insight
motive
check on
or
yourself.
just like a basic will, maybe? I don't know.
Hmm. Roll me a sense motive at advantage because you're sensing your own motive.
Okay, that is a 36.
Damn.
Bro is self-aware, well-adjusted.
Could you
Somehow.
describe your workout to me right now?
So, it's mainly just like running through a couple like kind of like I found an area to do sword drills and stuff. Fighting is his workout. Trying to get off get the stress out. So it's just running through some movements, remembering all of his time going through the scout training. As it floods back to him, just doing quick feats, moving around.
On every bead, on every rep, your mind is drifting and thinking and plotting, remembering. Your mind is stuck on the Cavallis conundrum as you, every strike, every bead, you think back on your time with him and what you did. You remember all of the missions he would send you on, theft missions mainly, maybe some convoy, like highway robbery. Um, you begin to try to remember back on the items that he had instructed you to find. One mission was a couple of silver rings with onyx black gems and runes made with golden inlays. You remember another one, a scepter made of dark steel, crafted to look like a gruesome mace. The pommel is a lion's head with gems that look like cat eyes that dot up its shaft. You remember a bright golden staff with twin snakes wrapping around it and a pair of small wings at the top. Um, you remember a strange one was just an unassuming dust-like substance in a small bag. Um, you remember this one you stuck up a an old wizard who was visiting Ragnar. You stole a crystal ball made up of cloudy glass upon a fine blue pillow and a faded purple robe covered in hundreds of golden eyes. You remember you stole a beautifully crafted mirror made of pristine mirrored glass and polished copper and bright green emeralds. This one was strange as well, as you got clear instruction to always keep it covered and never look directly at it.
Yo, we saw that one in Aspire.
No, this is the different one from the Spire.
This guy's got crazy mirrors.
Bringing, yeah, he loves mirrors. I don't know what to tell you. And as you, every strike, every dash, you remember these items coming to your mind. I'm just trying to think of something, but you're not very magically inclined, not in that way, not in the way of magical artifacts. That you're not sure what he had you stealing, but these artifacts have come to your mind.
Um, I just keep replaying these items over and over. I'm getting nowheres. And I make my way over to where Alistair is resting. Alistair, you up?
Is the sun up?
I couldn't tell you.
I'll presume then no.
Got these things going through my head, and I think you're the best one to help. As I. Oh, wait, actually.
Alright. If that's what you need, give me a few minutes. I'm not exactly in the most dressed state.
Oh,
A few minutes later, he jostles himself out of bed and is basically in little more than a very loose pair of pants and a vest that covers up most of him. All right, so to what do I owe the honor?
well, you're always making some sort of magical device. Figured you'd be the best one to ask. I've been getting
That's what I got accused
memories.
of.
Been getting these memories of things that I've stolen for Cavalis, as silver rings with onyx gems and gold runes, as mirror, crystal ball, bag of dust. I don't know what any of these are, but I figured you might have some inclination.
Dust. Most of the time, when it comes to matters of dust, it's usually being part of espionage in the way of trying to fling out dust of appearance, dust of disappearance. But I mean, there's also the really fun stuff, the dust of choking and sneezing. And by fun, I mean keep that stuff away from me. I remember one time getting hit by it. Oh, I wasn't right for probably the better part of an hour.
Yeah. So yeah, I tried to write down most of what I heard. You kind of listed them off so fast that I get through them. But I basically, from the details you said, relay them to Alistair to see if he recognizes any of these artifacts.
Mirrors, those are commonly used on the side for divination and other transport effects. Again, I can think of another fun little cursed item, the Mirror of Opposition, but I mean, that thing is stupidly expensive and totally unsafe.
I know with this mirror, I
Uh,
had specific instructions to keep it covered and not to look into it.
well, I mean, that would be true if they didn't activate the subsequent key phrase to deactivate it. So, I mean, if they basically wanted to go ahead and have you running around with an armed bomb, then I suppose that would make sense.
Um, Alistair, you can go ahead and roll me something
Spellcraft?
to sure, spellcraft to figure out what these items might be.
24 plus 7, 31.
All right. Yeah, you just hit the DC by 1. Thank God. So the silver rings with onyx black gems and runes made with golden inlay are rings of counterspell. The scepter, made up to look like a gruesome mace, is a rod of lordly might. The bright golden staff with twin snakes in the wings is the staff of passing. The unassuming dust. Knowing Cavalis, your educated guess would be dust of illusion. Um, the crystal ball is self-explanatory. Um, the purple robes with golden eyes you assume could be the robe of eyes. Um, the bronze helmet would be a helm of telepathy. And the mirror was a tricky one, pondering and adding your own prognosis to the situation on who Cephalus is. Your mind drifts to another one of those rarer mirrors. This you assume is the mirror of life trapping.
Well, I'll certainly relay each of the items as they went. It's funny. I mean, Robe of Eyes, you throw that one on if you're afraid of having a blind spot and getting mugged inside of a side street normally. But I mean, then to follow it up with the Helm of Telepathy sounds like they're concerned about a mental attack and trying to rebound it back at whoever was going to be coming their way. A not uncommon effect. I seem to remember Phantasmal Assailants has that fun little effect. And oh, if you end up having two people that have Helm of Telepathy and the spell effect just keeps bouncing between the two of them, you end up with a terrible headache.
And what of
Resonates horribly with your mind.
this mirror of life trapping? You don't think he's used that on Tobin's father, has he?
I'd say it comes down to a matter of priorities. A mirror of life trapping, if I remember properly, can only hold one individual life inside of it at any point in time. So it would come down to a question of, did he have a more important person, a VIP, locked away inside of it first and foremost? But I mean, we are holding his heart, so that might have boosted the importance.
Well, I thank you for your help. I'm sorry for waking you up so early.
Oh, no, it's fine, it's fine. It's just, you would think that for Corvallis, keeping a hold of an old man is as simple as just some manacles and the length of chain. Oh well, what do I know?
I leave to give Alistair some space, just doing my own thing until people start to wake up.
Give me 5.
I'll be hot mess.
Fuck. Oh, my bad. I know you counted us in, and then like fucking. Oh, it says I'll be Da Vinci, and my dumbass brain
Da
goes
Vinci?
Da Vinci.
Yeah, I figured.
I'm leaving this in.
Oh yeah, this is it.
Oh yeah.
Da Vinci.
Or you just cut this and make this the posting for April 1st.
Oh. All right. Anyways, who wants to wake up next?
I do.
Jonathan, you break your meditation. How do you arise?
Uh, do I have like a mirror in my room?
No, you're all in the same room. You might be able to use the reflection of the windows that line the room to be like as a mirror.
Okay, I'm gonna try and do that and look at myself and see how I've changed.
You break your meditation and you're kind of posted up near like the corner of the room, so you stretch your shoulders and begin to stand as you wipe the crust out of your eyes and stare at yourself in the darkened window. You see a golden like the fuck is it called? Mantle?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I don't know. It's a golden collar that kind of just sits loosely on your shoulders and down to your chest, and on the brooch, like on the chest, is almost like a brooch of a ruby. I don't know. It's not that. You stare at yourself into your own eyes as almost you see this glow behind your eyes as you feel that fire begin to rise up again. Sorry, burping. uh that you've but not in a negative way. As you breathe out, you see smoke leaves your nostrils. As would you like to activate your wings in this moment?
Yeah, I'd like to activate my one.
In this exhale of smoke, you see and feel. I'm going insane. You feel a warmth like a noon sun on the back of your neck. As you know what? Would you like to go ahead and describe how your fiery wings look? I'll put the ball in your court.
Yeah. So as these wings unfurl, you can see kind of at Yonathan's shoulder blades, you can see fire beginning to protrude out of them as they form into these majestic, almost like duck foot shaped wings. Excuse me. As the color of these wings, starting at the base of the shoulder blades, start as a majestic sunset pink and go into this dusky blue at the tips as he just like lightly flaps them a little bit, starts hovering in the air, and just stops and gently floats back down to the ground. As Yonatan, like, looking down at his new mantle, trying to catch, like, trying to crank his head, looking at his wings through the reflection. He's just like, wow, this is fucking cool.
Everybody say hi, Callie.
Hi,
Hi,
Callie.
Hi,
Callie.
Callie.
I don't like the way I sound on this microphone, so don't listen to me. What, babe?
Yes, please. Stealing her vapular device.
Oh my god.
So that was the inspiration for all the coiling smoke and such referenced earlier.
No, it's the fire in his soul, brothers. Grab your token, then come back when you put your wallet back.
I would literally be the best. Yonatan would be the best firefighter in this universe.
I'd beg to differ.
Maybe in the Fire Force universe.
Um, Does anyone awaken from the heat or the light
Oh, can
of
we?
his wings?
Yeah, I kind of
Yeah,
wanted to do that.
absolutely.
As he starting to feel this like familiar heat but different, Tobin's gonna startle awake before looking over to Yonatan, just like very like eccentric, like whoa, is something happening again? But then looking over, and as he is about to get up to like go try and intervene, he stops and just feeling the energy coming off these wings, realizing that this isn't the same ominous aura that usually comes with his outbursts, but instead something more tranquil and reminiscent of someone in harmony with nature and themselves, like Varys. Like, not saying it's exactly like Varys, but somebody that's like in control of their natural abilities, and just despite everything, cracking a little smile and just good. I'm just thinking to himself.
Um, Yonatan, the hairs stand up on the back of your neck as you feel yourself being washed as you lower yourself to the floor and your wings tuck um, behind your back.
I turn around.
Tobin, the fire in his eyes. There's a light. There's a hope. There's a will of fire in there that you've never seen before. It glows like that fire that you used to fear of his outbursts, but now it's fully formed. You see the ruby upon his chest shining fiercely.
You look good.
You don't look too bad yourself.
I don't know
Ship.
about that. As Tobin rubs the sleep out of his eyes and grabs Mivni from beside him and just like lets her curl up in his arm. Just I could see it in your eyes. You definitely made some sort of breakthrough, so it's good. We need everybody at the top of their game.
Your fire is beautiful, Yonatan. Mivni speaks within your mind. This episode is sponsored by Fan Rantam, the Van Fender podcast, and Pink88 on Twitch. Excuse me, it's also sponsored by this burp.
What a pass off.
Anyway, where were we?
Mimni speaks within your mind. Your fire is quite beautiful, Yonatan.
Well, I think we've been. Um, this has been a long time coming for me. So anyway, how are you guys doing?
Oh, it's certainly awake. I just felt the warmth of your flames and I was concerned for a second, but nothing to be concerned about.
Yeah.
I quite miss the sun.
Yeah, we'll be out of here soon.
Orgolan V, how do you guys stir?
Beckett probably wakes up hearing the conversation that James or Tobin and Jonathan had. And then once she realizes that everything's good and like Jonathan's not having another issue, she'll probably wake up and I don't know, go sit outside or something.
You open do you slip out quietly during the conversation, opening one of the doors and close it, just slipping out, avoiding eye contact as you find yourself on a balcony overlooking your home, the Gaslight District of New Orleans City. What's on your mind in this moment as you're taking this moment by yourself, overlooking um not only your past but now your present, overcoming and curing that ailment that has plagued you for the better part of your life?
I think there's a part of her that's happy to be home. Like she feels really comfortable here, so I think she's happy to be in a place she's familiar with. Um Beckett's really proud of herself too with the whole cure and stuff. Like after everything Beckett has gone through, she's um like feeling really good right now.
How is Beckett feeling on the matter of the poison's body?
She hates that bit. Everything else is great. She
Um,
hates that.
Let us in on that a little bit. You were very willing to help your friend Alistair in his debt to the poison, but with your own personal relationship to Ego, how are you feeling? What are you feeling in this moment? Do you fear him
Yeah,
having a body?
Beckett's really concerned about that future, like what's gonna happen there. Um, she's trying not to think about it too much at the moment, cause like with all the stuff Tobin's dealing with, she doesn't want to pull focus away from that, but she's definitely nervous and weary for the future with the poison. And like after every interaction she has with the poison, she's always a little bit A exhausted and B like stressed out. So, yeah.
Has Beckett ever thought about the possibility of Ego being an unlikely friend instead of a adversary? Like, perhaps with the help that Beckett and Alistair have given to Ego, perhaps maybe he could be a friend, if that has ever crossed your mind, as much as Beckett is so apprehensive of the deities, and especially deities of darker uh, inheritance.
I think she would like it to be like a trusting relationship with the poison, but yeah, Beckett doesn't have a good past with deities, so she's just like super weary of the poison and like has had bad experiences already, so she's just like I think she wants like she wants to have a good relationship with the poison. It just doesn't feel right to her at the moment.
Yeah. Is there anything else you do in this moment? Anything else you would like to bring up, or are you just taking a moment and a breath overlooking your hometown?
No, I think she's just gonna take in the morning.
Orgolan, how do you awaken in this space?
I proceed to walk in from the other room as I was already awake before this all happened. And just look, not shocked, but also not surprised at what I'm seeing.
So what did you do when you actually like woke up, even if it was before us?
Not much, really. Just was probably doing some sit ups in the other room or something like that. Getting a light workout in.
You woke up fairly early before everyone else and walked into the main hangar common space where you found a spot and have started to your workout started to do your workout. During your set of pull-ups, you see a burly man with a bushy beard and a fork with large with a large underbite and two jutting teeth. They join you and they give you a nod as they grab some fucking heavy crates and stuff and begin to do some arm curls with you as the three of you kind of silently work out for a while as you finish up and give them a nod as you head back into the room, seeing uh Yonatan and Tobin having their conversation, the fiery wings tucked behind Yonatan's back. Say you do anything in this moment, Owen?
You might want to repeat yourself. You might have gone a little robot-y there.
Little robot there.
Whoops. Am I good?
Yep.
Yeah.
In this moment, do you say or do anything, Owen?
I just nod my head and say, not surprised. What happened? What's going on this time? As I
I
see the flaming wings.
I I got mastery over my fire.
Yeah, he's not gonna blow us up anymore. Hopefully.
That's some good news.
Yeah, I'm I'm pretty excited about it.
Yeah.
You know, fiery wings, golden mantle, and a ruby on my chest. Probably gonna take some getting used to, but I think it's pretty cool.
After a while, all of you perform your morning rituals, have your breakfast. Beckett returns to the room as now the entirety of the Adinangle is present for the planning of what's next.
All right. So now that it's not the crack of dawn, we can head up to the Skylight. Was that what we called it? The Skylight District? And see the seer. See if we can get a read on my father. Although I don't expect much, it would be nice for some confirmation that he's okay. And then I suppose if we want to go to Veilbridge, we could just check out the land bridge. Um, if we want to get to Callum Dune, that seems like the most direct route. And we don't know for sure if the dwarves will know anything about this potential golden dagger capable of piercing stone. But even if they do, it might take some time to make or be something we have to go locate. So we might as well get there as soon as we can. How's that sound to you guys?
I'm fine with that arrangement.
Sounds good to me.
And worst comes to worst, we can lay low in Scorch Town for a while. I'm sure I'd like to check on how the shop is doing, anyways, and their supplies of materials. Or
I
Golem, what do
mean,
you think? If we've got some time to kill, do you think we should? How do you think your people are doing? We still got more than a month until this thing. We probably have time to go take a peek.
Knowing my mother, they should be doing fine. But I might just want to check in
Well,
just
we'll let
because we
yeah,
can't.
we'll let you
Just
decide if
because.
that's something you think that's part of the itinerary. But
I mean, if
since we're over there,
you said we had time, so we could totally do it.
again, like I said, we'll have to see how things go at Callum Doom. But
Yeah.
all right then, let's go find us the seer, that batty old woman.
Let's do it.
After you.
I had no idea that
Um,
Tobin was into batty old women. I thought that he was quite called for.
Is Striker around at all?
Yeah, we'd definitely like to say our goodbyes.
yeah. As you guys have awoken, Selima, the Azamar woman, uh, checked on you guys and poked her head in and opened the doors as you begin to hear more and more moving outside. You can hear Striker's voice as he directs traffic with. As it sounds like there's quite a commotion and a lot of movement outside right now.
Place seems busy.
Yeah, what's going on?
You all peek your heads out the door to see Striker standing upon a crate, kind of directing people. He's pointing his fingers in multiple directions and waves his arm towards someone and leans down, speaks quietly to someone, directs more people further, and points in a direction as you see many people bustling around with more crates being loaded in from the surface. You can see it's almost like a trap door, like an industrial-sized trap door in the floor that has been levied open, and a crane is lowering these large crates down onto these pallet jack that they're using to pull these supplies around as you all um, approach nearer to Striker as he turns and goes, "Hey, good morning, guys.
Morning.
What do you got going on in here?
New supplies. Our contact from Aria has sent us some goods and supplies that we've been needing."
Good. It's good to hear that. We we got to be on our way here. Lots of stuff to do.
Yep, understood. You know where to find me.
Yeah, glad to see you're doing all right.
Hey,
Anything in particular that you keep a particular stock in?
anything and everything that'll win us this war, brother. Your cure will certainly help. Thank you, Dr. Blackton.
Beckett's being right back right now.
Ah,
Um, listen, Striker, you've got a pretty good operation going here. Seems like you're really good at gathering intel. We could use you in the Bloodhounds as just maybe a consultant or even joining permanently. It's up to you. There's an offer. If you want to take it up, go to the edge of Blackmere to the Vampire Hill Manor. Speak to Milo. Say I sent you. He'll take it from there.
I've been from one side of this world to the other. Maybe when I don't have so many responsibilities.
Understandable.
No, that box goes there. That box goes there. Sorry. Hey, you could take this crane lift up as you go, eh?
Oh,
Just be careful.
sure. Saves dealing with the stuffy guards.
All right. It's good to see you guys again, eh?
Nice to see you again, Striker.
Stay frosty.
Kind of hard to do with all the fire going on, but I will try.
Stay
Seem-
toasty?
Thanks.
Seems to me
These
that
guys are going up with the crane.
running an underground is a rather expensive endeavor. Let's at least offer a little contribution towards the upkeep. Here's about 2 pounds of plat, about 1,000 gold worth. That should keep you guys running for a little while. Make sure you're in good standing.
Much appreciated. I wish I had a gift to offer you, but I can just give you my thanks.
More than
Sure, we'll
enough.
meet again.
I will also plop 1,000. I'll plop. I'll pop 1,000. Plop 1,000 plat.
1,000 plat? You've gone 10 times me.
Yeah.
Becca's just sitting there with her head in her hands, like, oh my god, these two are gonna get fucking mugged.
You drop 1,000 platinum?
10,000 gold. I just gave 1,000 gold worth.
Striker kind of holds his breath for a minute and says, "Man, maybe I shouldn't have left you guys. You guys are rolling." Well, this will be enough to feed the troops for 1,000 years. So, thanks. We'll make sure the resistance all across our shores will feel your contribution. I don't know what to say, man. It's good to see you guys. All right, go. We got some work to do. If you guys want to take this crane, go.
May Lord bless you.
Sure. Ogolan, you're off to the side during this exchange. You see the Striker's lieutenant, the slender Asmar woman with black, almost like black freckles dotted across her cheeks. She approaches you and says, "My apologies, your crown is beautiful. Those crystals, are they not of the Singing Caverns?"
Good eye, they are.
I've always wanted to meet a drow of Shadowguard.
Well, the pleasure is all mine.
I do hope we meet again.
I have a feeling we will.
She runs her finger across your forearm as she leaves softly, and you feel the eyes of the rest of the Ade now stare at you as they're waiting by the crane.
Oh shit. I quickly scurry to the crane.
As Orgolan makes his way onto the crane, Tone's just gonna give him a nice pat on the back, like.
Don't.
He's not gonna say a word or anything. He's just gonna, but he's definitely cracking a smile.
You will step upon the platform as the crane slowly hoists up to the upper level within a warehouse in the Skylight District. You guys are ushered out through a man door on the side as you guys are directed to the main street, is where we're going to take a quick break. And we'll be back very soon. The main street of the Skylight District of New Orleans City is bustling this morning. It is a just Wardine morning. The date is the 11th of Bright Star, 1097, 1090, 1037. I remember the year. You guys make your way to the familiar old mage woman. Can't remember her name. Does anyone remember her name?
Fuck no.
Oh, it's Gertrude. Gertrude's goods.
Goods
That's the
and
shop.
divination. Oh.
Boom. Gertrude's Goods and Divination Services. As you guys turn the doorknob, You hear a jingle, ding 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 ding.
You know,
The
I
door.
changed my mind. It's Dolores's doohickeys in divination.
Dolores's doohickeys and divinations. As
Let's go.
you hear the familiar voice of Dolores. Hello, how can I help you? What? My children.
Hello.
Ah, I had a wonderful time in Port Jira. Was your time fruitful, my dear grandchildren?
Got what we needed to do.
In this moment, in a flurry of rose petals, like nails on a chalkboard, Alistair hears the one thing that he's been dreading all morning, as it was my husband. Jennifer herself appears in her gorgeous lime and lavender plump self in a flurry of rose petal. My husband, Alistair, my beautiful fiance.
Ah, Jennifer. Lovely to see you this bright and shiny morning. Your iridescent aura graces us all.
Dolores cracks a toothy smile. Oh, brought home the wife, I see.
Is this the only gin in all of the Boundless Shores?
I don't know anymore.
And now he's gonna give Alistair a pat on the back, much like Orgolan's, but in a much more solemn way.
What could you require for our contract of service until our fateful day of our contract of love? Ah, ah.
Do us a
Well,
favor, don't consummate the marriage in the hole. We all have to hang out there.
Jennifer, it's such a lovely day, and there's much to do. How about we let our friends carry on here and we can go to a cafe to have breakfast?
A dinner, breakfast, whatever the time, whatever the place, I'm yours. Let us go, my love.
I take her by the hand and we carry on out of the building, and all the while stick my head back.
And we just
Yes, I can.
thank you for your service, Tobin mouths to Alistair.
Rip Alistair.
Ah, anywho,
Ah, young
Dolores.
love, my favorite.
We're hoping you could help us out with some divination again.
Not another friend, have we?
Uh, it's my father this time, as Tobin will fish the letter out of his pocket as like a item connected to the individual.
You should consider bells. But those close to you, you seem to have a problem with losing one thing or another. I understand I have not found my glasses at all this morning.
Uh,
So your
they're on
glasses
your
are on the top
forehead.
of
Yeah. We all.
So they are. Your father is not on your forehead. I'm sorry, dear boy.
Ah. You think you can help us?
Baby in your eyes. My crystal ball. Here it is. He brings her crystal ball, a large bowling ball sized orb made up of cloudy glass upon a fine red pillow. Um, Normally this would work if you had some sort of something close with the person you're trying to seek, but blood works. Come
I mean,
forward, dear
I
boy.
already had the letter handy. He wrote the letter. It's in his handwriting. Is that not?
Bring that too.
I mean, I guess it is my uncle that kidnapped him.
You know what? My mother was a serial killer. I understand.
Oh, Dolores, you are quite the woman.
And I give you half price for being related to me.
Mhm.
Now think of whom. Put your hand on the thing. We've been here before.
Yeah.
I'm feeling an odd sense of deja vu. Has your friend been married before?
What, the friend that just left, or are you talking about my father?
Yes.
Um, I think he may have made brief mention about a wife, but it's not something he talks about often.
Very interesting. Think of whom. Think of whom.
Thinking who?
Um, you place your hand upon the crystal ball and you begin to focus and think of your father as you begin to feel your consciousness kind of pull into a vast fog of thought and memory as you see your father in a dull gray fog that surrounds him. You see him anxiously walk for a bit, place his hand out, pace back, and place his hand out, uh, feeling walls. At some point, you watch him feel his hand across the fog as it's almost placed against a flat surface. Jesh, Jesh, please, I'm here. Say something. Where are you? Where am I? Say something.
Oh, Dad.
His of movement, you know your father be right-handed. You see in this vision is almost mirrored in this vision. He just continues to wander about, lost and aimless, for as long as you can keep up the vision until you have to bring your hand back, and the tingle of the arcane dances up your arm and vibrates and dissipates.
Seeing his father in like such a frantic place, reaching out for his mother of all people. Tobin just not necessarily a fully formed tear, but like wipes the wetness out of his eye and just okay. Thank you, Dolores. That's all I needed. I just needed some confirmation that he's alive.
I do hope you find him.
I'll find him.
There's nothing more important than family. Today's on me, dear boy. Be gone. I'm sorry.
Thank you, Dolores. Um, yeah, as I walk away from the ball, just with a bit of like a perplexed look on my face, I'm just gonna tell the group it it was weird. It was definitely my dad, and he seemed as okay as he could be, but in a way, it just what I was seeing felt, I don't know, backwards or like reversed. It was just, I don't know, like seen him do, I've seen his
Like it's
mannerisms and
weird.
yeah,
Then my
yeah.
suspicions are correct.
What?
While I was training earlier this morning, I've been going through everything that Cavalis put me through. He got me to take a bunch of items, and I had talked with Alistair, trying to see if he knew what these items were. And one of them was a mirror. One that could trap life.
Hmm. Well, that might stop any potential snatch and grab plans. Thank you, Calvin. That I know you wish you could have helped more, but it's gonna be important knowing that going in. Seriously, thank you.
It's still my fault he's trapped in there, though.
No, it's not. It's similar to the bridge situation. We're not blaming the lackeys who were forced to place bombs on the bridge, but rather the intent and the person above it all that was behind it. It's nothing you did. Even if you were the one to physically grab the mirror, that doesn't make it your fault. Anybody else could have grabbed it.
So on
But
to
without
Valbridge.
you, we wouldn't have known that this was the case, and we could have easily walked into something that we wouldn't have had any chance of. Um,
Surviving.
yeah. So your knowledge has helped more than your actions have harmed. But yeah,
Guess I'm making up for it.
exactly. We'll find Alistair and head off to Valebridge.
Uh, Meanwhile, in a small cafe not too far where the attic now is, Jennifer and Alistair sit across from each other, both with a small mug of a hot beverage of their choosing. As the I wish you guys could see the death within Alistair's eyes in this moment as Jennifer is droning on, and she goes, "So what do you think? Shall we have gold and lime green for our wedding colors, or maybe or maybe aqua and um blood red. But I do love lavender. Yes, we could have lavender flowers. We could have lavender walls, and I could wear a lavender dress. Oh, wouldn't it be wonderful, darling?
Alistair is just desperately keeping his mouth full of a thin pancake that's had apples and cream added to it, basically a crepe, and just constantly making sure that his mouth is full so as to not respond.
What do you think, darling? I cannot choose. Oh, but then, of course, how are we gonna invite my family? Could we do the wedding in another realm? I mean, it would be expensive, of course, and to fly all your friends out would be difficult, but back home would just be a lot more beautiful than the material world, you know? I just. I'm sorry, I know you're from here. It's just a little bit earthy.
We'll find a bit of challenge amongst my side and my compatriots because unfortunately most of them are incapable of flight, so they'll continuously fall until they meet the limits of the subjective gravity before they flip upside down and fall again. We'll need
Well,
to
can't you
make some
just
arrangements for
cast
that.
fly on them or something? Or, maybe they could just
Would fly
Send
last
us a
through the entire
gift.
ceremony though?
yes, maybe your friends shouldn't come. Maybe it should just be my family.
What if we went for a destination instead? What if we set it out as a an alternate, maybe coterminous plane?
The coral reefs of the water plane could be quite lovely in the summer.
That might be a challenge for the Ashrati. Um.
Ah, yes,
Plus,
dusty friend.
yes, they all of us require some oxygen, I'm afraid, so staying below the ocean is not much of an option. Not for any reasonable length of time, and besides, they're buoyant. We'll, we'll have the same problem where they'll start to float up again.
Ah, these complications, my darling. I just want to marry you now. But if I'm to start working on my lavender wedding dress, I must ask you to fulfill our dreadful oath of servitude. As much as I hate to leave your side, I must continue in the wedding preparations, Pookie.
I understand. You go ahead and enjoy your day.
Did you require any material sweetness?
At this point, it seems as though any action on my part is simply taking advantage of you. How about instead of worrying about such matters, you conjure for me a singular blue rose for you to take home?
She reaches her translucent hand and strokes it under your chin as a blue rose spirals up out of her finger. She plucks it and pieces of petals and blows almost like glitter towards your face as she wisps away, leaving a singular blue petal drifting towards the table.
I need someone that knows banishment.
You visibly cringing in this moment, and then you uh, take a bite, and your eyes drift out the window, seeing the entire rest of the Ade Nabul staring at you through the windows of this cafe.
Jonathan just waves.
Tobin just giving him a little suggestive nod.
This is proof that Paylor hates me.
What is love? Baby, don't hurt me. Don't hurt me.
I hope
Don't-
your efforts were more fruitful than mine.
Well, he's alive, but it appears Calduin's mirror theory was correct.
Well, that means that while unfortunate, he's being kept safe. And honestly, I think that being kept in an extra dimensional space is probably better for everyone's health than him being at her over at Corvallis's side.
Especially with the state of the realms right now. Probably one of the safest places is an extra dimensional space.
It also means that if you are feeling bold and accurate, striking the mirror could release him.
It could also trap
Or
him in that dimension forever.
That's one of the unusual properties. Normally, you would think that they would be lost to the astral. But no, in the case of the mirror of life trapping, it's actually quite the mercy. They are immediately ejected.
are you certain of that?
I mean, I should probably confirm from because I haven't played with such dark magics and Lord, probably my college days, but collegiate matters aside, it's I'm fairly certain by my recollection that that is how it would work. Mind you, at the same time, you do not want to just empty him out onto a battlefield.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's true.
Would Dispel Magic work just as well?
That would be probably ill advised. It would suppress a magic item's effect for one round. So, if anything, it would turn it into a case where he would be locked in for a turn or for about 6 seconds.
Okay.
Well, anyways, it's good that we have that information, but we'll definitely have to take some time to think about it. For now, I think we should start making our way to Veilbridge and see what the dwarves can tell us.
Yes, back to the Empire of Blood. So, what route do we want to take?
We were
Ocean?
discussing just taking the bridge.
Very good. Very good. I still need to make sure that I'm holding up my end of a business matter with our good friend Ego, so do forgive me if I shift off for 8 hours during our march.
Do what you
Cer-
got to do.
Certainly feel free to make good use of carrying the hole, and I'm sure that no one will mind if anyone needs to use the bath and such in it.
Appreciated.
So I have an idea.
This isn't good.
If anyone would like to take some leisure time in the hole for whatever time they would like to take, of course, Alistair going to work with the poison. I would like to go and enjoy that moment with Alistair and the poison instead of this travel time. Just so we can wait on the descriptor of the bridge until it's fully marinated.
Okay.
That's all right.
So, Alistair and the poison, is there any other kind of stories we want to explore in this travel time? As few of us take their time on the surface, as others take their time below in the hole. It's up to y'all. Face
I
is itchy.
I would like to go into the hole and just meditate and try to connect with the with people.
How specific?
With people, could you be a little bit more specific?
I would like to contact the leader of the Angels of Autumn, or at least my mentor.
Yeah. Oh yeah. All right. Fucking right. I'm down for that. I got that. So we
Do
have
do
Poison
Alice.
and Alistair. We have Yonatan and Yggdrasil. Any other stories we want to cover in this time?
I don't know if there's. I can't think of much for me to do, so I can at least carry the whole. Because
And
somebody's got to move us
I-
forward.
I'm just enjoying some time in the sun.
I'm not sure. Is
All right.
Beckett going with Alistair to the poison, or is this just a Alistair poison arc?
You're certainly welcome to come
That's
along.
you're certainly welcome. That'll be a lot of fun.
Sure.
Yeah. Let's go see our boy.
Yeah.
Basically, your toxic deity boyfriend. It's gross.
I forgot Beckett was
It's
Pan for a
gross.
minute.
He's slimy.
He's gaslighting you. Don't let him.
What?
The first time we met, he started me up into bondage.
I mean, he's into the best side of the other thing.
Ego, we're here for more construction work.
My darling. They've got me at a better time, but I will, no matter.
I
Have we...
I start
Go on.
heading over to the skeletal frame's spine and take a quick look for where the ribs connect and making sure that the runes have been undisturbed. Oh, okay. Need to. Must have been half asleep when I started with that rune. I've completely forgot to include connections over here. I'm sure it's been a while since you've last wandered the mortal realms. What are you looking forward to most? Food? Wind? Grass?
In this body, I miss pain.
Pain, of all things?
Oh, the ecstasy. The blood. Oh. James Ellis. Oh. Let's go.
No, I was
James
gonna make a
Ellis.
racy joke when they were doing their little chat at the coffee diner, but I was like, no, I better not. And now you're doing this shit. I'm like, oh, okay. They were talking
And
about I might as well say they were talking about the interdimensional stuff and like I was like, oh, and you can't imagine incorporeal sex.
Guys, think about Hisoka from Hunter x Hunter.
I rather not. I hated that character.
That's exactly who I'm thinking of in this moment right now.
I'd rather not.
and this is how my day is going.
And is there a reference I will understand, Wes? Because I don't understand that reference.
No, I don't know. I can't really.
Okay.
Well,
Really, really, really kinky sex? I don't know. Anyways, moving on. As Ego has his Hisoka moment. You guys
well,
proceed. This moment is.
if you intend on inflicting the experience of suffering on yourself, do be mindful of this vessel. It is not going to heal naturally, after all.
Neither do I, dear boy.
That seems like a terrible idea on its face, if I'm being totally honest. To have a vessel that doesn't heal itself with an inhabitant who does not heal. But I am but the artist, you are the client.
And I believe, dear artist, you are complete in your work.
Essentially, I see very little left other than to pour the concoction in and to drop the frame in and then break the mold.
Well, my precocious prodigy, would you like to do the honors of pouring my lifeblood into my new body?
Let us begin. I give a pleading look over to Beckett and then think the better of it, knowing that Alistair was the one that got himself into this mess. And begin slowly tipping the vessels of various alchemical reagents into the golem's mold.
As you do such, you see Ego place his ethereal hand upon the head, the bulbous glass cage of this golem. He places his hand as a loud exhale, like a gust of pungent breath. Ego vanishes. The alchemical substance like viscous gasoline and oil glugs into the machine, tipping the last few drops, closing up the valves.
Now to dip in the skeleton and then activate. Alistair slowly lowers the frame, which ordinarily we would begin to see hissing off of the metal as the oxide layer on the outside is ripped apart by the alchemical components, but it still retains form, dipping deeper until finally fully submerged. It essentially becomes a Kool-Aid man with a metal frame on the inside. Climbing down from the top of the mold, he makes his way to a final ring of enchantments that are layered on the ground and begins pouring his essence into the rings as they dully glow to life with a bronze hue. They overlap over each other, centering just above the frame of the mold, collecting in multitudes of circles interconnected upon themselves before crashing down, shattering the mold with it, and the golem is freed.
With the mold shatters, a clawed hand. Think of Edward Scissorhand with the mighty clasp of Frankenstein. It clutches the edge of the mold like a coffin and squeezes and indents the metal as the golem rises. A bulbous, smoky yellow, pungent head swirls. Think Mysterio of the Spider Verse, and a black, steel, and yellow frame. These large, pincer, sharp fingers, lanky legs as it climbs out like a demon from a coffin. Ego takes a breath. It takes his mighty arm and claws and rakes across his chest, creating a metallic screech as he screams in ecstasy. I'm back! I'm back. my beautiful children, until we meet again. He cackles and bursts into a pungent yellow smoke and vanishes.
I have a feeling we're gonna regret doing that.
Damn.
You have nothing to regret. This wasn't by your hand. This is my doing.
Are there any leftover chemicals or like alchemy, not chemicals, alchemy ingredients that I've used to make the golem, like just laying around?
Everything is still here. His workshop is at your disposal. He's gone.
Cool. I'm just gonna fucking steal as many ingredients as I can.
The good old fashioned loot anything not nailed down, then break out the hammers.
Well,
Um,
I was more thinking we could use this in the future. Um,
I wasn't
with my
complaining.
but with my knowledge
Beckett,
and
you can take and add anything to your inventory equivalent up to 100 gold pieces of material. Any
okay,
alchemical ingredient you want, up to 100 gold pieces. You can do that in your own
I
time. And
I
figure out what
mainly
you want
just
to have.
I mainly just wanted the ingredients that we use to make the alchemy potion for the golem because it's basically a nuke if you fuck it up, and I want to fuck it up. So, yeah.
Absolutely. You gather up those ingredients as well. The lifeblood that makes up the fluid that makes Ego's new body work.
I'm glad that we weren't
Um,
any closer to the body when he started clawing himself. It would have been unfortunate to have to deal with the caustic burns that would have followed.
Is there anything here that could like give us any information to like what he's planning to do or like where he's going?
I mean,
I'll allow you to roll me a sense motive check
Oh,
based
okay.
on your conversation with him, and I will equally roll a deception check,
Fuck. Okay.
and I'll let you know the DC.
Okay.
aid another for a +2.
Aid another for +2.
Okay. Sense motive.
The DC will be 26.
Okay, so that's 17 plus 2, 19. Damn it.
Unfortunately, no.
Shit. Okay.
In this moment, I want to. Are we wrapping up this situation, or is there any more conversation between Beckett and Alistair that's needed?
I'm good unless Alistair, you have something.
Let's take the engineering drawings with us. Might as well
Smart.
make my sins known to the rest of the group.
Oh yeah, we haven't told them. Oh, fuck. I forgot about that.
I haven't.
Oh, they're not gonna like us.
Me.
I
It's
helped you.
my
I'm not letting
fault.
you take this burden on by yourself at this point, Alistair.
There's never anything good when I involve myself with other planes. Ah, let's go.
I would like to take 5 real quick. With Alistair's help, real quick, which level has the illusion settled on to meditate?
Uh, Probably bedroom level would probably be the quietest, I would think, right now.
Hey, you don't know what him and the Jin did in there.
There's jinniz everywhere.
Oh my god.
Not
Please
great.
stop.
Not great. Not your best work.
Yeah, someone give me a quack.
I'm gonna just straight up. One of these. One of these two. So
Yeah. So
do
Jonathan,
better.
you sit in the center of the room, centering yourself. As you steady your breathing, you feel the fire well around you, hearth of warmth as you opening your eyes for a moment as you see almost like a campfire billowing all around you in the fluorescent colors of the rainbow, every shade, every heat, every emotion, humming and breathing, synchronized with your breath. Building and billowing and building. You feel your heartbeat center with the world. Your heart beats with one with the earth beneath you. Thump, 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 thump. Like roots snaking beneath the soil. You extend your consciousness beyond. You think of the birthplace of the Druidic magic, the Temple of the Green Dragon. You think of the tree, the quaint small village of your fellow worshippers. You think of the face of Yggdrasil, the beautiful, unaging star that is your kin. You breathe with the earth. What is your connection? What do you say to Yggdrasil in this moment, in the earth?
Hello? Idrisil, can you hear me?
Star Child, I hear you.
I had some downtime, so I figured I'd reach out to you and check up on everybody. How are they doing?
We are doing well. Your soul is sound. I can hear it in your heartbeat. How are you, my dear child?
I'm personally doing okay, but there's a lot of shit going on right now. I haven't had a lot of time lately, but I found a
Hush
chance.
now. Hush now, don't stress. I hear the heartbeat, the harmonies of your soul fire. Celebrate. Be well and be warm, child.
Of course, I I found somebody special too.
Congratulations. Love is sacred. Keep it tight.
I will do my best. Anyway, we're about to get me and the rest of the bad I know are about to get a bunch of shit. So I gotta go, but I wish you guys all the best.
Veras be with you, child.
Hey, Lord bless you.
Warm breeze graces past your hair as it you return to the present moment within the bedroom of Alistair's home.
I am going to put my mask on and try to talk to Tobin Cal. See if I can get out.
Sorry, I heard talk to Tobin. Are you saying something?
Hey guys, how are you doing?
Oh yeah, hold
Hello?
on. Sorry. Just for quick clarification, what do you want to do? Sorry, I
I'm
was not paying
I'm
attention.
talking to Tobin Caldoin right now.
How you
You're
getting
like
out here?
You're in the hole, they're out of the hole.
yes. Like I'm not like can I like talk out from within the hole to outside? If
You're about 4 floors away from them, or at least the exit of the hole.
okay, I'd like to go up to the exit of the hole and speak to Tobin to let me out.
You climb to the surface. Climbing the ladder, you pass by one of the floors, seeing um, Alistair and V just in silence, sitting by themselves on one of the floors. You pass by them. You could say something you would like, or you could continue.
I'll speak to them, I guess. Oh, hey guys, what's up?
It's a long day at this point. Right now, it's just a nice moment of quiet.
I hear you there. Anything go on as of late, or
I'll definitely be bringing it up over dinner.
all right? If you don't want to bring it up now, then I won't push it.
It's better if everyone's gathered for it.
Fair enough. Uh, you guys like doing okay?
I'm sure it's something that's going to be regretted, regardless of whether it is us or others.
All right. Well, have fun down here. I'm gonna go back up to the surface.
Yeah, sure. Enjoy the sunlight.
You continue to climb up towards the entrance, which has been closed up. It's just kind of an ethereal, glowing line that you can cast your voice out that muffles from within Tobin's bag.
Hey, Tobin, it's me, Jonathan. Can you get me out of here?
Not quite making it out, but hearing some commotion within my bag. I'll take it off my shoulder and open it up and prop open the hole and just like stick my head in, almost bumping heads with Yonatan on the ladder. And just, oh, what's up?
I'd like to get out.
Okay, we'll back up to give you room to climb the ladder.
I climb out of the hole.
I'll wrap the
Exit.
hole back up and throw it in the bag.
Calduin and Tobin, and who else was part of the ground crew
I think
of
it was just us.
just walking? Was it just the two of you or
I
anyone
believe
else?
so.
Yeah,
I
cause
was
me.
What's that?
It was.
Are you out here,
Say
Orgolan?
again, Alan?
Yeah, I was probably walking with Tobin.
Okay, yeah, that's fair. I just don't remember
O'Gorlin
you
was
saying anything.
also among the walking crew. Okay.
What's up, Yonatan?
So the three of you have been walking for some time. You guys flash your Arcanist coins in order to cross the incomplete land bridge. You guys are now past. Excuse me. You guys are now past the city of Mira and are now walking down the Damascus Road towards Anatuan's crossing. You guys are almost ready to stop and take your uh break in your journey, but you wanted to make it all the way down to Anatuan's crossing until you're ready to stop and rest. You guys are about halfway there. If I could get survival checks from I guess now the four of you.
Survival. Let's see here. Ooh, I got 8.
21.
Attaboy.
Yorton and or Golem.
Working on it.
Is Owen frozen for Darcy guys?
Oh, I guess he is. I thought he was just looking intently at his page.
Yeah, I thought so too. And
No,
now
but
Yeah,
yeah,
he's
I think he is
look,
frozen.
frozen.
I'm pretty sure he's frozen. Let it go. Let it go.
So I got a nat 20 on survival for a total of
Ooh.
40.
You
Hell
have a
yeah.
20 in
Okay.
survival? Or plus 10 is God, I can't remember what they were talking
Owen, what did you get for your survival check?
16.
Hell yeah. All right. Thank God, because the DC was 16. So if you did not make that, then that would make this a lot more complicated.
I didn't.
You didn't. Even though you live here, you
Well,
have
then
not
where's my
been
advantage?
reacclimatized to the weather. Have you guys are continuing to travel down the Damascus Road to Anatuan's Crossing, where you guys make it, even though Tobin's been trailing a little bit behind, heaving a little bit, exhausting his water, and probably more than he should have. You guys unfurl the whole, inviting everybody downstairs into one of the common areas where you guys can share dinner together and rest and recuperate on the journey.
I pull up the provisions box in order to make sure that everyone gets to have a good hearty meal.
I slip some meat to Snapple.
Venison!
My contract with the poison is complete, for better or worse.
So what exactly does that mean?
I've created a vessel for him to walk the worlds again.
Jesus. Ah, Paylor.
His initial ambition was that Dr. Black Death here would be able to construct a full body of flesh, and while disappointing to him, the alternative of a vessel of artificial creation was agreeable. That was the exchange for the knowledge of the incoming battle that unfurled over at the Vampire Hill Manor. The
Much
moment
as
that
it's
I would be able to reach out and try to take advantage to acquire the tier.
right. As much as it's scary to think that guy's walking around, that info definitely saved a lot of lives that day. And hopefully he's at least grateful enough to leave our endeavors alone for the time being.
He is a force of pain and reckoning upon this world. I'm sure that whatever the case, sooner or later we will be called in to clean up my mess.
Seems inevitable. But like I said, we needed the information.
Now
Sometimes
that the
things aren't easy choices. You can Tobin says that you can tell his mind's like definitely racing with the choices that he's definitely soon to have to make in order to continue with his dilemma.
now that the contract is complete, however, I can share with you this. And he lays out plans across the ground. This is the form of his new body, an alchemical golem, a creature that is so sustained by caustic fluids and the vitriol of its creator that it lays waste to things that it touches because it is antithetical to basically life itself. To
Interesting.
come into contact with it is to suffer caustic burns across your body. It can breathe acid as a dragon. When dealt damage within close range, it will gout the contents of its acidic center to splash across the offender and anyone within reach.
What's reach? Like how far?
Within combat range.
Okay.
And
Well, long range stuff if we have to fight him.
that would be wise. As a
Any
golem,
particular weaknesses?
it will have most of the common immunities to magic. If it would not otherwise affect a wooden dummy, you cannot expect it to affect a golem.
So ranged, non-magical, or specific types of magical attacks only.
However, that is not to say that it is without weakness. It can be dealt with on its own on the basis that it does not heal naturally. Unfortunately, if one were to be so inclined to be prepared, it might, or its owner may very well create multiple vessels full of alchemical fluids that it could use to rebuild itself. But if we turn this into a war of attrition, it'll be more difficult for it to regenerate.
So if the time comes that we have to fight him, we just have to outlast him.
It will be resistant to most forms of attack, but if we try not to let it close the distance, it should be viable. Unfortunately, there was one particular request that the poison made to improve its form upon the base form of a golem. It moves fast, exceptionally fast.
Hopefully it doesn't come to that, but at least it'll be a harrowing task, but not impossible. We've gotten through some tough stuff.
However, these consequences come to haunt us. The end result, I will take full responsibility for because of the fact that we needed Dr. Black Death back amongst us. The
Agreed.
additional knowledge that the there was be an offensive campaign at the Vampire Hill Manor simply was a perk.
Exactly. There's no reason to take responsibility for anything.
Oh, there's certainly good reason that we need to take responsibility for this.
Well, just
But
saying, there's no reason to blame anyone's self for it happening. It had to happen. It, like I said, at least for our sakes, it saved a lot of lives. And if anybody has the knowledge to take it down with, if it's needed, it's us. So we can right any wrongs that may have been made should it come to that.
the merchant in me says that we made off with an excellent deal.
Yeah.
We saved those at the Vampire Hill Manor, and we brought back one of our own.
There is
Exactly.
some good news out of this, or at least I consider it some good news. I I basically have a bomb in my pocket, and I'm gonna pull out the ingredients I stole from the lab carefully.
What
Huh.
makes it a bomb?
Those were our leftovers.
Yep, I'm gonna try to um use them if it comes to it.
Okay.
So
Well, not something to dwell on for now, but it's good that we have this information.
Yeah.
As always, we'll stay sharp.
I'm gonna get some more smoked pears.
Yeah.
The night dwindles on as the conversation diminishes. The Arena will decide that instead of continuing on as the sunlight fades, that they are just going to camp here at the Anatuan crossing, um, just within the hall itself, leaving one member atop, with regard as you guys have been, yawning and debating amongst yourselves on who should take watch tonight.
I can
I'm
do
Owen.
that.
I figured Calduin would just because this is
Yep.
literally like his turf.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna take
We
first
can do
watch.
shifts.
Yeah, obviously Calduin needs some rest too, but I
We can
figured he
also leave a companion in the form of Lavender topside for additional protection.
yeah, that's definitely a good idea.
That's true. That's a good. Um, Calduin first watch, Beckett second watch, me third watch.
Sure.
Sounds like a plan.
Can you guys each roll me a spot check?
Excuse me. 11.
Get this man some advantage.
Oh,
Wes, you're muted.
you're muted.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
Oh, okay.
Unnatural 20.
23.
Unnatural 20, 23, and
11.
I'd rolled 11.
11.
His survival
Uh,
check was too good.
Well, that's because the survival check
Calduin-
was above a 10.
You're right.
Yeah, Calduin, after the hours of foot travel that you've taken, you have perched yourself up against one of the black stones that make up Notduin's crossing. Um, Reflecting on the history of Anatuin, one of your ancestors, you find yourself dozing in and out of sleep. One single caravan of goods from Scorched Town rattles by along the road towards Ragnar, but pay no mind to you, leaned up against a rock with your tipped over, covering your eyes as you kept a slinking eye on them pass by until Beckett climbs out of the hole and taps your shoulder, kind of bringing you out of your daze.
Swapping time already.
Yep.
All right.
Go get some sleep. You seem tired.
Been a long day.
It has been.
Keep us safe as I head down into the hole.
Beckett, you feel antsy tonight. While Calduin had leaned back and rested his head against this obsidian black rock, you anxiously tap your feet, sitting atop the rock like a stool, as you tap and you think and you stroke your chin, yeah, pondering and wondering and worrying. You hear the flutter of wings and claws landing atop your left shoulder. What you think about? Let's see, Bubonic kind of nudges his head into the side of your head, nestling against you for a moment.
A little bit of everything, buddy. Been a long day.
Can we Doc Beckett?
Sure. What's up?
Will you answer me honestly?
Yeah. You're making me a little worried, but yeah.
Where do your allegiances lie?
In regards to you or the group?
Whom do you worship?
Um, Honestly, it's a bit confusing at the moment for myself, because I'm somewhere between Jeshima and the poison, and I don't really want to be in between either of them, but I need both of them.
I can offer you a chance. If you are willing to accept it. There is someone who cares very deeply about you. One who sent me to take care of you, to guide you, because they knew your future was important, was necessary, is needed for our future.
Sorry, hold up. Is he talking about Jeshima or is he talking about somebody else?
You're not sure.
Okay. We can't let Jeshima out of the tower bubonic. She has to stay there for the entire realm's safety.
Path. Would you give your life to the scrolls?
Of course.
Would you give your life to defending and upholding the scrolls?
Yes.
You watch as bubonic begins to shudder and shake as almost black ink expels off his body, revealing a pure white falcon.
The fuck?
Ragnar has been watching you since the day you were born. You are a creature of shadow and light. One who walks between chaos and balance, just as Ragnar does. You do not need ego, you do not need Jeshima. You need only yourself to carve your own destiny.
Or let me pick my jaw up off the floor. I fucking like. Holy shit.
Allow me
Okay.
to formally introduce myself. My name is Azrael.
This is gonna sound like a stupid question, Azrael. Were you bubonic or are you bubonic?
I am and will always be your companion.
Holy shit, I'm like actually speechless. What the fuck?
You don't know
Wes, you
how long
fucking.
I've had this planned.
Wes, you fucking threw me! Oh my god. Um. So what happens now?
Everything.
Do
You're
do I
free.
do I lose my powers or my ability?
No,
I don't.
you and your life, your soul, solely belongs to you. You're free, Beckett.
She kind of just stands there like stunned, like it does not know how or what to do and how to react and like yeah.
Has
Are
anything
all of her
happened?
scars still there?
Yeah, like what about the thing on her neck from Jeshima?
It Great question. You put your hand up towards your neck and you feel for the tattoo and it's gone. Uh the scars healed from black dragonpox still remain on your skin, although they
Yeah.
have shrunken and only seem to be small white scars that dot across your face.
Damn. Okay. I'm honestly speechless. I literally just sat there with my jaw dropped for like 5 minutes while you were talking.
Who was third on watch?
Moi.
Jonathan, you climb the ladder to see Beckett in a stunned,
I have to
like
stun.
stun locked expression with a pure white falcon upon her knee.
Oh, hey there, Beckett.
Hey, I
What's
guess
going
it's
on?
that time. Um, well, on top of the quite busy day I've had, I've also had quite a busy evening. This was bubonic, well, is bubonic, but is now Azrael. Azrael? Azrael.
Asriel.
Okay.
The falcon takes a deep bow with his wings. It is my deepest pleasure to make your acquaintance, Jonathan.
Pleasure to make your acquaintance as well, Asriel.
Um, did anything actually like happen throughout the night other than this? Like, I'm assuming
Not
nothing.
at all. You're
Okay,
good.
I figured. Yeah. Other than this wonderful news that I am super fucking stoked about, nothing happened. So, um, enjoy your watch. I'm gonna go to bed.
All right. Have a great rest, Beckett.
And I take my new bird in the hole.
Where we're gonna leave tonight's session off. Man, that was a lot of fun. Remind me, Nate, when do we plan on doing our next episode of Fendelver? Is that end of this month?
Yeah, it's the end of this month, so it should be next week when we're doing
Is
Fendelver.
it next week already?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah,
Oh god,
because
alright.
the one
So
after that's the
next week
4th.
we're playing
Oh.
Fendelver. Say again?
Yeah, because the weekend after that's the 4th, or the Tuesday after that. So yeah, that's the
Oh
last
yeah,
weekend.
okay. So next weekend we're playing Fendelver. And then the week after we're back for the Boundless Shores.
Cool.
Nate really, 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 really wants to finish up Fendelver so we can run another game sometime. So let's all try to be there and be as speedy as possible so then we can give him the opportunity of running something else so then we don't delay it. We have. So remind us since we're talking about it, Nate. We have next week we're playing Fendelver, and then when is the next session?
If it doesn't get done next week, our next session is April 1st for Fendelver.
April 1st, and that's not a joke.
Or is
And
it?
at some, or is it? And at some point, I want to do Paradise episode, but I'm gonna give myself time to work on that and curate that into an actual fully formed episode before I actually announce a date for that. But otherwise, thank you very much for joining us on this episode. I had a whole lot of fun playing a whole whack ton of characters. Nate, if you'll do us le volcano honors.
Bye. Have a wonderful time.
Peace.
Or Dylan, it's up to you.